So, what do you think this could be? Is it a weed whacker? Nah. Is it a blender for your wife's kitchen? I don't think you want to go there. It's called a Buzzbait. And I'm going to do a little tutorial about these, teach you everything that I know about them and what I do with them. Are you ready to run a gun? It's time for blast off. Let's go. Hey guys, Todd here with you. Welcome back to Bassin 101 Buzzbaits. Ooh, that could be a simple subject, or it can be pretty over the head complicated one. I'm going to try to make it as simple as I can. But before I start, I want to let you know I do keep my variety a little open, but it's not that complicated though. It's actually pretty simple. Buzzbaits come in 1/8 ounce all the way up to, I've seen 3/4 ounce, which to me that's too much. But quarter, 3/8, half, with some eighths thrown in if you want to finesse. Those are the weights of buzzbaits. Silicone skirts, rubber skirts, doesn't matter. Now the very first buzzbait to really hit the market and really make an impact back in the 70s was the old lunker lure. And they're still made today. Still made the exact same way they made them back in the day. Same kind of head. Still get that rubber skirt. Still get that big old blade on there. The only difference is I will put an offset in there because they sit very close to that blade. And as far back as this hook is, I just tend to give them a little 45-degree drop. That's about 3/4 of an inch. I just take a pair of pliers and just work them and make sure they're straight. But that's with the lunker lure. I don't do it with any other buzzbait because I want to keep that blade close to that wire, but it also drops that buzzbait a little further down the water. It's going to ride like this anyway. All buzzbaits do. Now when it comes to rubber skirts, these come with a big 3-inch rubber skirt. If you want to keep these in really top shape condition, line and reel magic. Spray some line and reel magic on that skirt, work it around your fingers, and man, it'll make that thing just as, look at that, just as soft as it can be. They don't come like that out of the package. You got to put some line and reel magic in there, and it makes them feel like they're dry. Gives them a dry, almost like there's a powder or something on them, but it's not. It's just silicone. Works really good on that. That's what started the whole thing. This is a 1/2 ounce. 1/2 ounce lunker lure. And the only modification I've done to it, I do to all my buzzbaits, I'll take a pair of pliers and I'll pinch that rivet really hard at the very back so it stays there. Because you want that rivet to stay in place so you get that squeaking. You can also come in here with a small file or some sandpaper and sand the wire down a little bit, and that'll help it out too. Help it to squeak. A lot of guys back in the old days used to hold their buzzbaits out the truck windows. They were heading to the lake. I mean, I've done it. It works, but it wears that blade out. It's just aluminum. It's just like maybe an 025 aluminum, maybe even an 020. There's nothing to it. Very, very lightweight deal. Now another bait that's really, really cool, and I'll show some of these too. This is the Stanley Ball Buster. Hear it clanking? You got these balls back here. I've kind of tied this with a little flash of blue in it. But personally, if I was to use these, I'd probably just get a rubber skirt, throw it on there. But that's the Stanley. It's got a flat head a wide flat head, which does help it to kind of plane a little bit. But the cool thing about this is you can take a pair of pliers, and of course again too, I take this, this rivet, squish it down, but you can take a pair of pliers, bend that back, now it's a regular buzzbait. So you can have 2 in one buzzbait. This is actually a very useful bait. And if you want the noise back in there again, just barely bend it back, and it clanks again, hear it? So there you go. That's a ball buster, made by Stanley. Now the next one is one of the originals from Strike King. Personally, I use Strike King buzzbaits, but the buzzbaits I like the best are the vintage ones. I just think they're balanced better. This one, which I have the shorter 2.5-inch skirt from H&H. A shorter white skirt, is more Strike King oriented. This is 1980, 81. I got this brand new out of the package. That's a double delta, and this is the original. You can see it on there, not Buzz King, the original Strike King Buzz King. This is a 1/4 ounce. I like the way the wires are done. I like the way they're tapered like that, but you know this is an older Strike King because of twist wire. That's how you know it's an older Strike King, before they start putting the R-bends in them. Another one from that era. This is brand new out of the package. This is around 1982, 83, and this actually has the original skirt. Brand new out of the package. Took some line of real magic to it, worked into my fingers. That sucker's just as good as it was brand new. Well, it is brand new. But what's cool about this, you know how quiet that is? I still pinch the rivet back here to hold it still, but that has a clear plastic tri-wing. Like I said, 1983, 84, somewhere around there is when this thing come out. Because they had just come out with these breather skirts around 1983. So that kind of gives me an idea, plus it has the R-bend. So that was also a 1983 deal. So again, if I want something quiet with a clear blade, there you go. This is just kind of introducing some of the baits I have here. Another one I have is a standard buzz bait. Again, twist eye. This is the same era as the Delta. So this is around 1980, 81. And this is just a standard twin. And I like the offset blade on that. I also keep it white and black. And these were all brand new out of the package from, like I said, about 1980. Now we're getting to the 90s. Well, here's a KVD. It actually has a pearl white blade on it. I just keep that in white. And I'll just put a rubber skirt on it. I like rubber skirts. They just have better action than silicone. But, cloudy day, low light conditions, or even windy conditions where that white blade can help. That's what that's for. And last but not least, you got your aluminum tri-blades. Like these right here. I use these when I want them to be able to see the buzzbait and I can fish it slower. This is the same way, but it's clear water. That's if I have a little bit of wind. But these are, they call them 3/16 ounce. I think they're more of a 1/4 ounce myself. But that's, with the diamond blades, one in chartreuse, one in black, because like I said, low light conditions or off colored water. But that's just an introduction to the buzz baits, guys. This is going to be a few different episodes here, because otherwise it'd be like a super duper long video. I don't want anybody falling asleep on me, because I'm just such an exciting person. But that just kind of introduces them a little bit. And in the next video, we'll actually go over why I chose these particular baits and at what times do I use them. And then later we'll get into trailers, modifications, all kinds of stuff. So until next time, guys, may the Father bless you and keep you in Yeshua's name. And as always, peace on. Look,